Welcome everyone back to the Japan and Korea tour. We are coming at you from South Korea, and more specifically Gyeongju World, which has its most impressive roller coaster collection. I am so excited to be here. It's a park I've heard very little about, but you have 5 coasters here, including a really impressive top 3. Its anchor attraction is a Rocky Mountain construction Raptor coaster, one of only 2 RMCs in the entirety of Asia. It's called Skull and Hattie. It's a single rail coaster. Looks freaking awesome. You also have 2 enormous Bolliger and Mabeyard coasters here. That one back there is a clone of Griffin at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. It'll be so weird riding a coaster like that. I'm so familiar with it, yet it's all the way on the other side of the planet. Gyeongju World opened in 1985. It is located nearby the town of Gyeongju, which is really cool. A lot of neat stuff to check out here. Yeah, we are so excited to be here. We're recording this during our first visit to the park. This is in the evening. And then tomorrow morning, the park actually invited us out to record on-ride POVs and provide complimentary admission tickets, which we very much appreciate. So then the way this vlog is going to work is I'm going to be recording our first time reactions to the coasters this evening, but then I'll insert the POVs we record tomorrow morning just before we provide those reactions. What the heck? Is this place a theme park? I was under the impression this was full-on amusement park, but this looks really cool. If so, we were just at a theme park earlier today, Lotte's Magic Forest. Check out that vlog if you haven't already. That was our first park we went to in South Korea. Curious to see how this compares now because they're both in the Busan area. Oh, look at that big coaster back there. I think we should do that first. Draken up there opened in 2018, and I believe it's South Korea's tallest roller coaster at over 200 feet tall. A dive coaster is super cool because it dangles you over the edge. You drop down a 90-degree angle 2 different times actually, and you have some pretty fun inversions as well. Let's go get a ride on that first. Draken, I'll give you the award for one of the best entrances I've seen for a coaster. Are you joking me? Check.
This is ridiculous.
I thought this was going to be an amusement park.
I didn't realize this is even a theme park. What I'm getting at is that it's themed to Roman mythology, and this theming is amazing.
You'll never believe it. In line for Draken, we met up with a fan who lives here in Korea. Nice to meet you, dude.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Welcome to Korea.
Thank you so much. We're happy to be here. Favorite ride?
Skull and Hattie.
Yes, we can't wait for Skull and Hattie. Let's go.
Oh boy, guys. Here we go.
Whoa! Up into the lift hill. It's enormous. So tall and so steep. Oh
Here
my
we go,
gosh.
guys. We are on the 200-foot dive coaster here in South Korea. Oh my gosh, I'm terrified. Whoa. Whoa!
Intense. And now we stop, we go down the second drop.
Yet, guys, we got another 90-degree plummet.
Look at these views.
Holy crap.
That was awesome. So freaking good. About on par with Griffin. I mean, it is the same layout after all. That could very well be my favorite dive coaster I've ever done. It has the old school over the shoulder restraints that allow for some crazy airtime on the drops. And we were out in the front row. Indeed, those had some amazing air moments. The inversions are good fun, and I love that this one has a splashdown too. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, dive coasters are guilty pleasures of mine, and Sheikah and Griffin are my 2 favorite dive coasters, and so this is right there with them as my favorite dive coaster. Honestly, it's still pretty similar to Griffin, so for me, it's probably like on par with Sheikah and Griffin, not really any better or any worse. It's still an absolutely amazing coaster. I just love these rides. They're just pure fun.
That was so great. Griffin is my favorite dive coaster, and this is like exactly the same, except the theming in the queue is better, and the view is fantastic at the top right before you drop down. Love the old school restraints. That makes a big difference on dive coasters specifically for me because you can just get so much airtime.
Are you kidding me? We are so hyped for Skull and Hattie. Open in 2024. It's literally a year old. A lot of you probably didn't even know that Korea had an RMC until you saw this video. It follows the stunt pilot layout. That's a coaster that I just rode at Silverwood not too long ago. Holy crap, the theming is awesome. Whoa. Yeah, this follows the stunt pilot layout, which is essentially a slightly modified version of the first generation single rail layout that RMC ever did. So if you enjoy your Railblazers and your Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coasters, give these a chance. They're basically just as good. They have slightly longer trains, and so some of those elements are modified to accommodate those trains, maybe slightly less whippy, but still one of the more intense coasters that we're gonna do on this trip. My most anticipated underrated coaster in South Korea is definitely T-Express at Everland, but second place would go to this. I think it's gonna be an amazing ride. I can't wait to ride it. Skull and Hattie, baby, let's go. Riding an RMC in Korea, that's crazy. And the only single rail RMC in the whole continent. Look at those views, whoa. Golly, the views in this park, oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Dive loop! Woo! Yeah! Whoa! Oh, it's so intense! Woo! Ah! Yeah! This thing is cruising! Whoa! Oh! Oh my gosh! That was amazing! Oh my gosh, what an incredible ride Skull and Hattie is. It absolutely delivered for me. It's so powerful. The airtime is amazing. Positive G-force is intense. That is one of the craziest rides that you're gonna find in Asia, for sure. The pacing is relentless. Now that being said, if you've been on one of those old school Raptors, you'll know those are even crazier than the newer ones. This was Jack's first time experiencing the new gen Raptor, and I'm curious, how do you think they compare?
Yeah, so I've done Railblazer a lot before, and I've always thought that's one of the most underrated RMCs. This one definitely not as good. The dive loop really doesn't do much, but it still absolutely powers through the layout. It still runs cartoonishly fast, crazy intense. It's short, but it's so many elements packed into it that I don't really mind. I definitely think these small scale Raptors are some of the most underrated extreme rides out there. They're so good.
Yeah, and I love Stunt Pilot at Silverwood, and so this was just the same, just as good, just as amazing. Getting a night ride was really cool. I've definitely come to like the Raptors a lot more. I've done some of the other Raptors, and at first I didn't really like them much because I just didn't like the restraints and the seating configuration that much, but I've learned how to ride them a little more, and I've come to love them. The pacing on this one is absolutely insane, and one of the best of the trip so far, so absolutely amazing coaster.
As we make our way to the third coaster we need to get on, check out this theming. I mean, I can't believe it. This park is blowing our minds. Up ahead, this is Phaethon, or Phaethon. It's a Bolliger and Mabillard inverted coaster. Really impressive for a park like this to have two big B&M coasters. Opened in 2007. Are you out of your mind with this entrance? Why are all the entrances unbelievable here?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Holy crap, look at this temple. This is awesome. Look at this queue line. What the heck is this park?
Here we go on Phaethon, B&M invert here in South Korea.
Look at those mountain views. Holy. Here we go. Woo! Oh! Oh! Oh, yes! Legs are numbing out. Woo! Whoa! Way! I like that transition. Whoa! Corkscrew. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Oh, that's cool.
What is this?
Whoa!
Oh, it's still not done!
Oh, the helix was nuts. Oh my gosh. Whoa! We didn't have super high expectations going into that because Bolliger and Mabillard, their inverts that they manufactured in the late 2000s, are typically not as whippy as some of their old school designs. And while that is true for this one, there's not a lot of whip, which means it is one of my least favorite Bolliger and Mabillard inverted coasters. I still thought the layout was really good. I thought it flowed super well, and the valleys actually packed in good forces too. So I would say it surprised me.
Yeah, I'd say it slightly exceeded expectations. My expectations were low because it's, 2007 B&M, and it really doesn't have any whip, but it actually has a pretty fun layout. Great theming and setting too. I definitely like it more than both Silver Bullet and Patriot. Those are my two least favorite B&M inverts, but it's not super far off from like Great Bear at Hershey Park, Flight Deck at CGA, and the helix at the end, there's a downwards helix that's actually pretty intense, has a good drop, so it's a little bit more intense than like those other 2000s B&M inverts, but it still doesn't pack crazy whip that some of the 90s ones do, which is what I really like.
Yeah, I totally agree, but it rounds out a really good top three for this park, I'll say that much.
I was really impressed by Phaethon. I'm not into like ultra intense rides, and that's not like an ultra intense B&M invert in my opinion. It's very fluid, very fun, good sequence of elements. I also really like how it goes over the pathways through the trees and everything. I was really impressed by that. So For me, that's probably, I probably actually like that more than Pure and Ease, which people might hate me for that just because I don't like pure intense coasters. That's why I'm not a huge fan of the Batman clones, actually. That's definitely my type of being a member. I loved it.
So far, yeah, we've gotten on the big 3 coasters here. This was our first day in the park, like I said. That's why it's dark out, even though the POVs you've been seeing are in the daytime, because the park allowed us to record them the next morning. Impressions of the park were incredible today. I mean, this has been one of the most surprising and underrated parks of the entire trip. It's a themed experience, which I was not expecting. The top 3 is so good for an Asian park. Operations were not great, but they're better than just about every other park we've been to in Asia, so I can't really fault them for that either. I don't have many criticisms. I'm so excited to be back tomorrow. We'll see you there. We'll have more thorough reviews of the park at the end of that video, and also Josiah is finally going to be joining us. He's actually currently at eWorld in South Korea. That's a park that we all decided to skip so that we could prioritize re-rides here at Gyeongju World.
Much later. 한참 지난 후.
Good morning, everyone. It's time for day 2 at Gyeongju World. Jack and I are currently making our way to the park.
Love this park. Can't wait to spend more time at it.
Also, I totally forgot to mention this yesterday, but shout out to the buses in South Korea. There's one that got us to the park from Gyeongju, and it is so nice. I think buses in Korea so far are impressing us more than buses in Japan. However, trains in Japan are better than trains in Korea. I think that's the impression everyone in our group's got. Today, we are cast members. That's pretty funny. So basically, anything we didn't show off yesterday, which is everything except for the big 3 coasters, will be after this point in the video. I totally forgot to mention it's the park's 40th year anniversary this year, and to celebrate they actually got this giant Ferris wheel with swinging gondolas on it. It's actually manufactured by Intamin. It reminds me a lot of what they have at California Adventure, so can't wait to give that a spin. Next up for us is going to be this super cool family coaster. Peek through the fence here, you can see it's a Gerstlauer shuttle model. Really intriguing. It's like a family boomerang you might see from Vekoma, but Gerstlauer, so it's gonna be super smooth, super zippy. I think it looks like an amazing family ride. And before we get a ride on that, we did just run into Mr. National Coasters. Josiah, how have you been enjoying the park? Welcome to Gyeongju World.
Really pretty. I love it. The operations are great. The theming, again, is blowing me away in South Korea. They're destroying Japan in the theming category. I made Draken my 700th coaster, which I really enjoyed.
Congrats, bro.
That was my favorite dive coaster I've ever done.
Nice.
And I'm not huge on dive coasters, so that says a lot, because I usually don't like those too much, but I thought it was really fun and smooth and pretty forceful. That said, we just did Skull and Hattie, the RMC single rail. This doesn't mean anything for me, because I'm just not a fan of the ride type. Take that with a grain of salt, because it's just not my style. Objectively, it's a fantastic ride that runs really smooth.
Yeah, it's very intense. Definitely not for everyone, but the whole group loves it outside of Josiah.
I get that's such a good ride. It's just not my type of ride, but I understand why people love it.
You ready to get on this family coaster?
Yeah, this looks pretty good. It's a Gerstlauer shuttle coaster opened in 2021.
Valkyrie, let's do it. Valkyrie is taking us backwards first. This is crazy. I love the unique family coaster. Wait, what?
Oh, wait, what's going on?
We're shallowing out right now. Is it gonna push us back forward? I assume so.
Oh, wow.
Yep, I was right. Here we go. Woo. Whoa! Whoa! So smooth! Whoa! Oh, this is awesome. Whoa! And up another lift. I assume we're just gonna do the same thing backwards, but in that case, why did the tracks connect? Wait, we're going around again. What?
Weird.
What is it doing, bro? All right, we're going forwards again. Whoa! Whoa! Let's go. Okay, and now I think we go backwards, right?
I'd assume yes.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. Whoa! Whoa! This is zippy. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Valkyrie was really fun. Great family coaster. And I've done Rewind Racers at Adventure City in California before. That's a pretty obscure comparison, but that's a ride very reminiscent to that, where it does 1 forwards lap and 1 backwards lap. This one, I was wondering why the track was a full circuit, and it's because you do 2 laps forwards and then 1 backwards. That was awesome. Great way to extend the ride duration as well.
Really weird ride sequence. Yeah, Mark made the best comparison. Rewind Racers would be the best thing to compare that to. Pretty fun ride. Yeah, it was a cool family coaster.
Oh, this looks awesome. Brings me back to California at Disney, man. Wow. I think like 85% of the gondolas on this are the swinging kind. We're gonna definitely do that. Gives it an added thrill, and you get the views as well. There's probably like 20 gondolas on this thing. It's an enormous Ferris wheel. I guess if you were really credit hungry, you could count it as 20 credits. So there's only 5 Ferris wheels like this in the world, I believe. You have the 3 from Intamin, which they call a coaster wheel. Whoa, that is pretty freaky. And then you also, of course, have the one at Disney, which I've referenced a few times. And finally, Dino's Wonder Wheel in New York City, one of the most iconic Ferris wheels in the world, and definitely the most iconic example of one of these swinging wheels. But yeah, you only got the 3 Intamin ones. It's a pretty fun ride. I really like it. And it's 20 credits, of course.
Of course.
20 credits, really? Maybe I would be getting my 800 as well on this trip. I do like that this Ferris wheel basically doubles my credit count.
Oh, of course.
Triple mine.
That means California Adventure has the most credits in California. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, good point. That's a gnarly structure. Look at that. Oh my god, that's very intricate. When we get to the top of this, we're about to slide again. I think it's about to happen. These freak me out a little bit, I can't lie. It gives me a little bit of a butterfly sensation too. Oh no! Oh! Oh! That's sick! Oh my god. Oh, you're standing, dude. You can do that? Whoa! Whoa, that's sick. This is freaky.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
That is definitely one of my all-time favorite Ferris wheels. It's so good. The views are awesome, and also something about that, it's actually pretty intense. I wouldn't say the Disney California Adventure one feels that intense. Granted, it is at a very family-oriented park. That was kind of gnarly, bro. Like, I could see that getting someone queasy, actually.
I like those a lot. They're really fun. I get a little sick personally. However, they're really cool. I think the design is interesting. It's a really fun wheel to look at.
It sucks, but soon we'll have to say goodbye to Gyeongju World. We have one more ride to get on the way out, which is the little kiddie roller coaster called Wizard Race. This here is a Zamperla powered coaster with the 2 helices. Pretty fun little kiddie coaster layout. Opened in 2024, so same year as Skull and Heidi. This park has been expanding like crazy.
1, 2, bye!
Wizard Race, let's go. Let me know in the comments, guys, do you count powered coasters as credits? Because it is powered fully by electricity. It's not really gravity dependent. Personally, I say absolutely yes. It feels like a roller coaster to me, but whoa, pretty fun. And I like this layout. It goes way up here and then back down. Oh, nice. And I assume multiple laps. Yep, there we go. I am going to miss this park, I will say that much. Oh, look at Draken. Wizard Race was a good, fun kids coaster. And with that, we've ridden all 5 roller coasters in the park. Damn, those cicadas are loud as hell here, man. Be quiet, bro. I'm filming a coaster dash video. Josiah, I never asked you, what did you think of the invert?
Yeah, that was my 2nd favorite invert I've ever done, right behind Monster. I'm a huge fan of that style of ride, which is very flowy. So I had a great time on it. I loved it. It's my favorite ride here easily. Gyeongju Road as a whole definitely surprised me. Definitely been a major bucket list park for years coming out to South Korea to do it. So I'm very glad I was able to experience this finally, and I have no regrets. This is a great park. You guys should definitely be visiting.
I echo all of his thoughts. I love this park. I think it's one of the most underrated theme parks in Asia, and probably that I have ever been to. So nicely landscaped and laid out. Theming is off the charts. Ride lineup is good, and the park is run well, which you don't see a lot in Asia. So I had a tremendous visit. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to Gyeongju World for inviting us out, allowing us to film on ride. They don't always accommodate requests like that. We very much appreciate it. It's a pretty big park, so. Look at this place. It's so hard to say goodbye, bro.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this park is hard to say goodbye to. I wish we had more time here. This feels a little bit like some of the Europe parks too, where it's just really cool theming mixed with great coasters. And that's usually like my favorite type of park. You can combine really nice theming and great landscaping and atmosphere with great coasters. That's why I love the Busch Gardens park so much and the Universal parks. This park blew me away, loved it. I think it's my 4th or 5th favorite of the trip.
Gyeongju World is fantastic. I think it's one of my favorite parks of the trip. It doesn't really get any attention or love. When enthusiasts think about South Korea, they think about Everland or Lotte World. They don't normally think about here, but I think this has the best coaster collection in the country. Top 3 is killer, and what I wasn't expecting is for the theming to be so nice. It literally gives me Busch Gardens vibes. Architecture and attention to detail here is really great.
All right, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one from Lotte World in Seoul. Peace out, guys.